What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into She-Hulk issue number 1. This will be a new series by Rainbow Rowell, and it also stands to be a really good jumping off point, an opportunity for you to jump in on She-Hulk if you don't really understand the character or you haven't really kept up with her comics. And the writer isn't extensively well known in the comic book community, having a short stint really on The Runaways, and that's about it. But for those that don't know, She-Hulk is Jennifer Walters, an attorney that is amazing at her job, living the quiet life for quite some time. That is, until she had been gunned down by criminals, getting a gamma irradiated blood transfusion from her cousin, aka the Hulk, aka Dr. Bruce Banner. This didn't just give her a second chance in life, but it also gave her super strength and bulletproof green skin. And after being with the Fantastic Four, after being an Avenger, after having the powers of a Celestial, all of that now in the past, the question is, what is next for She-Hulk? And for those of you that are more frequent to the channel, I did get a new mic today, so I want you guys to let me know how you guys think the sound is. I've been messing with the settings a whole bunch and I'm trying to nail it down, so you guys let me know how the quality is, how you're liking it, and I can make some more adjustments from there. Now, be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue number 1, we are picking up with Jennifer making her way down the road. Currently headed into work, she is concerned about everything going on in her life, because right now she is restarting, questioning where she is in life, believing that she should be much further on than she currently is, not really having anything to show for herself, as well as not even having an apartment in the city, not making partner at her firm. Things have just not been going in her favor. And though she's worked with the Fantastic Four, and even though she has been an Avenger, that stuff is now in her past. But while she contemplates all of this headed down the road, this is where she runs into Titania. And she has come for a challenge. She has come to fight She-Hulk. And it had been believed that she had turned her life around. But the reality is, life turned around on her. And so Titania is looking for somebody to just punch. Having all of this anger, having all of this built up animosity, who better than to go take on than one of the Hulks? And the truth of the matter is she is quite a bit envious. Envious that Jennifer is always able to reinvent herself and land on her feet. But for Titania, that is never the fact. Now, this could very easily be the fact that she picks fights with Hulks on a regular, but looking past that, she rips out a sign from the ground and she goes to attack She-Hulk. Now, Jennifer at this point, she doesn't really want to fight, but if they're going to do this, she's going to go ahead, she's going to take off her only suit that she has for work. And we see the transformation. From Jennifer to She-Hulk, she is ready for this fight. And as the two titans fight one another, both of them are laying down some heavy punches. But while they are fighting, they are also having a conversation, because She-Hulk really wants to know why Titania is attacking her in such a manner. Like, what is going on in your life that you feel the need to come and fight me? And Titania, she has to ask the question, like, why are you asking me all these things? What is up with you? Why are you giving me the 5th degree? And she is doing this because She-Hulk really has nothing right now. And it appears that Titania, she's got a husband, they're renting a house, they seem to have a pretty decent life going on right now. And so She-Hulk sees her as almost being ungrateful, that you need to recognize everything great you have going on in your life. But with Titania just getting her butt whooped, thrown into a trash can, She-Hulk has to ask the question, Are you done yet? Have you got that endorphin run? Are you satisfied with our fight, and can we move past this and just call it a day? Now, usually they're brawling until one of them stops, until one of them can no longer get up. But She-Hulk, she kind of wants to change the rules up, saying that if Titania really just needs a punching bag, then why not come fight me? Anytime you're in the mood to fight somebody, you come find me and we'll hash it out. Of course, Titania a little bit confused about this, but this is also beneficial for She-Hulk, getting the opportunity to hit somebody pretty much as hard as she wants and then be able to bounce back. It is a very rare occasion when she has somebody like that. And so what she's proposing is they be sparring partners. That the two of them, they just come, they meet up, they beat each other up, and then they go their separate ways. And of course, at first, Titania, she believes that this has to be some kind of trick. But the truth is that She-Hulk probably needs this more than she does. And so what they are doing is starting their own fight club just between the two of them. And as they start to make their exit, we see that Jennifer, she really is in a hard spot right now. Not having any business card, this being her only suit, not having an apartment, life is just rough for her right now. But with the fight being done and over with, she makes her way to work. And that's what leads us to Mallory Book, the best lawyer in New York City. And Jennifer has just landed a job working for her. Now, Mallory had no intention of hiring any kind of lawyer. And so because of this, they are kind of sticking her in a cupboard, just straight Harry Potter style, throwing her into a room that is extremely small, and if you're claustrophobic, you wouldn't be able to last an hour in here. And so with Jennifer setting up her new office, getting everything ready to go, we hit rush hour, with her currently on her way to the one and only Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp. And the two of them, they haven't seen each other in quite some time, but they really are good friends. And Janet has brought her to an apartment. This apartment, Wasp is allowing her to use. An apartment that Janet completely even forgot that she had for quite some time. But with it just sitting here, why not put it to use, give it to somebody who can use it like Jennifer? And so as she starts to do the tour of the entire place, she falls in love with every aspect of this apartment. But going into the closet, going into the walk-in closet, that is really where she falls in love. Having what appears to be an endless amount of outfits, of suits, of dresses, of everything that your heart could desire when it comes to all of these clothing. She has found herself in heaven. And so settling in, going ahead and getting in the bath, trying to relax just for a second, recognizing maybe things could be going up for her. Maybe things are going in the right direction. That is until she hears a horrible crash. Jumping out of the bath, throwing a towel on, and running down the hallway. This is where she runs into Jonathan Hart, aka Jack of Hearts. Formerly thought to be dead, he is appearing before She-Hulk and he looks rough. He looks like he has been run through the ringer. And as he stands there, smoke lingering off his body, he collapses down to the ground. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think the artwork is absolutely fantastic. I'm not really into the Runaways, so when it comes to Robin Rowell, I'm not really up to date on everything that she has going on. But from this writing so far, this story looks to be promising. And I really do think it's a great introduction to the character if you've never read a She-Hulk comic before. It'll give you that opportunity to really find out what she's about. And with Jack of Hearts coming into the scene, coming into the picture, who knows what direction this story is going to go down. Now, I definitely highly recommend checking out some of her older runs. But if you want to get into She-Hulk, if you want to find out more about this character, especially with the Disney Plus stuff going on here relatively soon, this would be a great opportunity to learn a little bit about the comic book version of this character. I think one of the biggest reasons I do enjoy this comic is because it really focuses around that idea of reinventing yourself, of having to start over. Because I know me personally, I've had to start over 3, 4 times in my lifetime, just from when I was 17 years old to when about to be 32 years old. I've had to reinvent myself multiple different times. And so this is something that I can resonate with, is something that I can connect with when it comes to this comic. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we are all trying to do? In some way, shape, or form, we are trying to become the best versions of ourselves. And as we get further along, once you hit 25, 27, once you hit 30 years old, you're recognizing that I don't have as much as I should. And not necessarily in the terms of possessions, but to show that I'm 30 years old, this is what I have accomplished in my lifetime. And so I am very excited to see this continue on and see where Rainbow is going to take us in the coming issues. Now, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you have not yet, please do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.